Unsay akong gibuhat. What happened? Walay happen. Let me see. Let me see you, my darling. Contigo.
Ito para siya, ha?
Akong gilay.
Ang gilay, pwede? Dili ka na ako, ha?
Ako mag-face ako at tindahan.
Ha?
Kung hindi,
Million 2010.
ano ni? Ewan ko lang.
Now, you won Miss Universe, and that answer, that question and answer, really showed who you are.
What is the most important lesson you've learned in your life, and how would you apply it to your time as Miss Universe?
Naisip mo na ba na itatanong yun at any point? Na-practice mo ba yun?
I live a lot in the slums of Tondo, Manila, and the life there is poor and it's very sad. And I've always taught myself to look for the beauty, to look in the beauty and faces of the children, and to be grateful.
Usually the format of the final answer is always something correlated to like a job interview question. So like what do you bring to the role? What difference can you make in this company? Why should we hire you? It usually falls into that format. So siguro I prepared for that. And I always had in my mind that dun sa top three in a final word, we're all being asked the same question. So what would make me different? So the difference would be my personal experience. Kaya gusto ko ilabas ng kwento ko about my volunteerism, which is really the reason that I was set up on the path of pageantry.
Kapit na bago ka pa pumasok,
Yes.
you were already doing volunteer work.
Yes.
Yun ang puso mo talaga.
And actually this year's 10 years.
Yes, smile for me.
Yes. Young Focus,
Yeah.
I worked with the Philippine Red Cross, I so much need, and I've always justified having the platform that I do, that it needs to serve a bigger purpose.
That's what's interesting about you. You're not all about the glitz and glamour.
Yeah, I really not.
Yeah. I mean, you could be a fashion week right now,
Yeah.
right? Doing that.
Mm-mm.
Parading, walking, modeling clothes, and yet you choose that. What makes you different?
I feel like I've always wanted to orientate myself to things that I truly love, and social media and all that. Siguro, I just put my attention elsewhere, and I can admire the people who are there for elevating Philippines in that platform. I think it's fantastic.
I love what you did with the season. Where did you get this inspiration?
I really love the look of rafters and beams and homes. Ayoko yung look na full timber, but I love accents of wood. It brings nature back into the space and it makes it cozy.
Yeah, yeah.
Oo.
At saka nagkaroon ng look yung season, hindi lang siya flat, no?
Yes.
Ang bright. Wow, look at your doggies, they're so cute.
Cute and maingay. You step in, right? Even the tiles are different in the
Yeah,
kitchen.
what do you call this style?
Machuca. Yeah. I wanted it to feel open, but yet like complex. The only drama is my life. And I love to like play it up with like the elements of wood and like I like eclectic clutter.
Yeah, it is.
Hindi naman clutter na nakakainis, pero clutter na masaya siya.
So, Catriona, the homemaker.
Ready for.
Bago ka pa mag-bake.
Oo, kaya. Yeah, I like cooking for everyone.
Pwede cooking show mo. Cooking show.
Yes, would you like something?
Thank you for preparing.
Of course, my cheese bread, my ube, and my boy.
Hoppåvel om 50. Sponset. Hoppåvel om 50.
So we get a collagen loss and tighten skin in just 4 hours.
Like the back. Malinga po.
Not good.
Hoppåvel om 35. Sponset. Hoppåvel om 35.
Watch me go! I love the fun good on and on and on. Magnus House. Here is new magnetic burning set spread.
Hoppåvel om 20. Nästa natt. Hoppåvel om 15. Hoppåvel om 5. Hoppåvel natt. Färdig om 12.
Enklare blir det. Hur ska bli det? Effektivt. Studera. Äntligen.
You became an icon when you won Miss Universe, and now you are another icon when you joined the rally. You went to two rallies. Your speeches are all over social media. They got in the news. Why did you do that, Catherine?
Bilang isang Filipino myself, doing the work that I do within the communities, I guess I'm made aware of certain things and certain things I wish could be better for our nation. And also, I'm a frustrated taxpayer. Nah, it just seems like a very unequal push and pull. Like, we have to pay on the dot, on the day, like all of our taxes, and yet when it comes to putting out the taxes into the community to benefit people, it's not as quick as and it's just not fair.
Did you write your own speech? It was really.
I tried to prepare in the best way possible. Like, I really wrote out my speech. I asked my close friends to look it over. I even sought guidance from my friends at church because I also have a line about, like, I really pray that God's justice would bring down the corrupt and raise up the righteous in the nation.
Corruption
opinions, I also want to make sure I'm not in an echo chamber and that my thoughts are not just going to feel privileged. Because there's also that aspect in, alam ko naman that the burden of like the system doesn't necessarily fall on someone like me because I can afford to pay my taxes, I can afford to pay my expenses. But the thing is, just because that I'm one of the privileged doesn't mean that I should have a blind eye to everyone else. And Siguro that was my anchoring point of why I wanted to speak up because also I feel like the more voices that are able to resonate or maybe able to impact people, even just to cause them to think, not necessarily to adopt the same opinion or point of view, but just to make them think, I think is already something that we should be striving for and never stopping.
Have you ever considered running for public office?
No.
Joining government in any way?
I would love to have the opportunity, siguro maybe as a consultant in tourism or something like that. Because I've been an OTOP ambassador and working with the NCCA, there's a government arm as an arts ambassador. Siguro in that kind of aspect, but in office, no, I don't really have a calling to
I'm
do
curious,
that.
when you were going to make your speeches and rallies, did you have some discouraging you? Kat, alam mo, pag ginawa mo yan, baka may ma-turn off na sector. Alam mo yun, baka
Yeah.
may endorsement kang mawala. Because not all artists have that boldness and courage.
No, understandably, like I feel like there's an expectation on a public figure to speak up, and not everyone does. Just as you said, in a way, I can respect it because if you cannot handle that battle,
And
then
can you?
I feel like I can. And I'm very proud that over the last how many years I've been vocal. And even though, there has been that navigation of like, oh, baka a brand family might not resonate here, or, maybe my audience might feel like, oh, bakit ganun siya. It's true to my values, and I've always orientated myself on that. At the end of the day, I want to live my life in a way that resonates with who I truly am, and in speaking up and really advocating that I feel that I'm advocating for the Filipino is something that I'll never not be proud of.
You know, it is so clear to you what is truly important in that. What else does Catriona Gray want to do?
I would love to have my own business eventually because I am a creative, so I would love to bring that aspect into something like that. And also writing. I would love to take up writing eventually then.
What about taking additional courses,
Mm.
college, masters? Is this something you still want to do?
Yeah, I'd actually be open to more learning. I'm not sure at this point in time what that specifically would be, but I see the value in being able to continuously learn no matter how old you are. It's definitely open to it.
As Valentine's Day approaches, Catriona Gray is single.
Yeah.
And how do you feel?
I know, I'm okay about it. I feel like I have a lot of peace in my heart, and siguro my sense of acceptance to the whole, like where I am at the moment, I really trust in God's plan and His timing. And I'm really enjoying it. I even have an organized Valentine's Day with
What
my
is
friends.
that? What is that?
It's a Valentine's Day, but with your girlfriend, so Galentine's. So it'll be with all my girlfriends. Yeah. So we're gonna do like little floral arranging and then have a lunch together. So there's still joy during that month.
It's all right with you, know. You were with Samuel Lee for how many years?
We were together 4 years.
4 years. You've never really spoken about it, and I understand that. But many people wish you were still together. Is it all right to ask you, essentially, what happened?
There was a point in our relationship where I think he just realized that he wasn't ready to take it to the stage of commitment that we thought we were on because he had proposed. And then a few months later realized that hindi pala siya ready. So that was very hurtful for me, and I was really blindsided at the time. And I really tried to make it work. So I was willing to adjust because siguro when you love someone, you're willing to understand them. Pero it got to a point na at that age and what we've been through, kung hindi ka pa rin sure, I think that's an answer already.
But that takes courage also for you
Mm.
to, in effect, walk away from it.
Absolutely. It was one of the hardest things to do, but I realized that I needed to choose myself in that moment because I had already given so much in trying to adjust. Ako mag-give dito, it's okay, I'll be understanding. And I don't look down on myself in that moment because I did it because I love the person, no? Pero at the end of the day, like if it's not a relationship that is giving two ways, and also as a woman, like I want to have a family, like I want to get married, and I'd love to be a mom one day, and so I really want a partner who values me and sees that future with me too. Ayoko ma-wait around for someone to figure out.
Nagkita na ba kayo isa?
Yeah, we see each other because we're the same management naman, so
I
like,
don't know.
yes. So if there's a big management event like Cornerstone celebrated its 20th anniversary last year, we'll see each other. And I think we're civil naman.
Every single woman's been in that situation. Hearing you now, sinasabi nila ito, grabe, Catriona agrees with everything. Nararanasan rin pa rin yun. Hindi lang ako. You
Yeah,
get me?
absolutely. And I think that heartbreak taught me a lot because I was really shattered. And to navigate that publicly was really hard too. Because I didn't want to talk about it. So I was sakit. And so everyone would kept asking like, ano nangyari? Bakit hindi kayo nag-post together? What's happening? I was so broken. Like, I'm just like, please let me grieve.
Yeah.
And obviously now, like I'm so much better. I went into therapy for 2 years. I became so close with my core group, my friends, my family in a way that I don't think I had before. So it's just been a really healing journey. I feel like I came back home to myself. So the version of me now, I'm the healthiest I've ever been. My relationships with the people around me are the richest they've ever been. And so in a way, I see the blessing in the hurt. And a year, 2 years ago, I couldn't even say
Oh,
that.
wow. I agree. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's really time and God's grace.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Are you still hopeful about love?
Oh, absolutely. I definitely believe in love. I think if you have a bad experience with a guy or two, shouldn't allow that to reframe or change how you see love. Because I think love is beautiful, and I feel like God's will for us is to find someone to be married with and to have love with. And so if it's not yet good, God's not yet finished.
Wait, are you praying for your partner?
Absolutely. I pray for my future husband all the time.
Are you ready to date again?
Yeah,
Are you
absolutely.
dating?
I am.
Wow, dating.
Yeah.
And I want to ask, showbiz, non-showbiz?
I'm not showbiz.
Kasi you must be intimidating to date you.
Yes, absolutely. I think so.
One, okay, do you want them taller?
Sana. But the thing is, kasi, like, I've had many discussions of this with my mom. Kasi na-realize din niya, ang hirap ng mag-date. Kasi it's not necessarily that I come across intimidating, but I think I come with a lot, like being a public figure. And then doing the work that I do. Like, you need to be very secure, in who you are as a man. And I have a different schedule than most people. I don't work a 9 to 5 where I'm gonna be home at certain hours. So it's a lot of understanding there. But I'm very respectful.
This is for the Miss Universe fans. People have always asked, what did Anne say to you? Because she said she apologized to you.
Yeah.
And at one point, there was talk of her and your ex being close or being together, which was denied.
Ano ka,
What did she really say?
It was Thailand kasi it's like a Miss Universe event. Tapos she was the owner at the time, which I'm not. She was extravaganza. Mexico, former Miss Universe winners and contestants as well. I was behind like
Dalawa ni
with her and the girls, and then she didn't say
Okay,
anything
can I
to
know?
me.
Oo.
But then
Ano nila? Oh, yeah, hindi ka
it was like 3 years ago, but she said something and then pulled me in for a hug, and it felt very performative because I'm like, could have happened on the stage. On the camera. So like, I don't I always believe in the potential that we could be able to make a difference and not just, be there for the glitz and glam. But I guess I'm quite disheartened with many fans to see like there's no formal charity partner anymore. Like Smile Train used to be there, that's how I was introduced to Smile Train, they're no longer a partner. And to see that there's not a lot of speaking opportunities for the girls anymore. It's more just parades, it's speaky. I've always wanted to see the brand elevate and to be a platform for spokeswomen. And now to see it that it's really lost that essence, I'm really disheartened because it also feels like the work that I pushed for during my year is also lost. And I also feel like the spotlight or the noise of ingay is nasa mismanagement or this is a girl's mismo. So we don't really even get to know their stories, why they joined, because so many of these girls join with like such incredible hearts for wanting to make a difference. So I'm sad. I really pray and hope that we'll see a better upturn in the brand in the years to come. But where it is right now, I have to say, alongside the pageant fans, I'm quite disappointed.
Grabe, dapat ikaw ang may-ari ng universe. Dapat. Kasi you could elevate it that women are valued and seen.
Dapat point eh. I mean, it doesn't mean you can't do the glitz and glam, but why not do both? Doesn't make sense to like to
Hopefully don't take this. Hopefully don't take this. Hopefully don't choose him. Hopefully don't choose him. Nästa natt. Hopefully don't choose him. Hopefully don't come. Hopefully don't come. Hopefully not. Hopefully don't take it.
This Valentine's, you have a film with Jericho and Ann. What's it like to do a film?
It was super crazy. Usually kasi meron akong mga inquiries ever since to take part in different projects, either series or movies, but we've always turned it down. Siguro gusto ko na feel na one prepared ako and also that I resonate with the character with the scope of the story. This was directed by Derek Irene Villamor. I've known her for a while. We have run into that cornerstone office every once in a while. I really love her and admire her as a creative. When she approached me and said like, I was like, this role, I really love you consider. She actually sat me down and explained the concept behind the love image of the love song. I was just really fascinated because it was a different take on a love story. I mean, we unusual first love, nakaligaga, na parang, who cares what happens tomorrow? This is quite a mature love story because it spanned over 10 years in one relationship.
Your role is Jericho's girlfriend.
I'm a co-worker where lines get blurred whilst they're having problems in the relationship. The film is very sensitive to the relationship of Anne and Echo's characters. And I just really admire that it shows the reality of what we have to go through in an adult relationship, whether it be like you are really your love, and then your values don't align on certain things. You navigate that with family, with career, with get married, you want to have kids. So not just him, but even director, I mean, because they really went out of their way to read into the person